I remember being at the BBC when I heard the news that Simon Cumbers had been killed, one of our cameramen. He was the loveliest, most fantastic, humorous, funny, hard-working, brilliant people that I'd met along the road.
And when I spoke to him just a couple of days before it happened, I said to him, what the hell are you doing there? And he goes, Emer, I have to show everybody. And my last words to him were, well, don't get yourself killed. And he did.
Much of journalism depends on someone being there, someone bearing witness, often at great personal risk. Last year was the deadliest on record for journalism. At least 129 journalists and media workers were killed, a new record high just 1 year after the last. Since 2000, 16 British journalists have been killed on the front lines of that fight for truth, proof that courage counts and integrity inspires, and they deserve to be remembered, properly, publicly, and permanently. This memorial is for Simon, it's for Rory Peck, and it's for the 15 other British journalists killed since 2000.
Pierre was killed doing his job, trying to show the world what was happening, and the reality is he shouldn't have. None of the people we are commemorating with this memorial should have lost their lives.
It's impossible to overstate how crucial the work of journalists and media workers is. This memorial will stand as a place for reflection and recognition, a visible reminder of what it costs to bring truth into the light, and of the debt we owe to those who never came home. With that, it's my genuine privilege to unveil this memorial and to honour the journalists whose courage and sacrifice it represents.
I love it. It looks incredible. I love the way it's elevated. I love the light that comes through. I really, really like the signs inside and just the way the sculptor explained it. So, no, I'm really, really impressed with it.
Fundamentally, I was really interested in creating a space as well as an object, trying to make something which was simple, elegant, universal, timeless, but would have like a depth and meaning. It's this whole idea of the truth, this daily kind of erosion of it, and I think journalists are kind of on the sort of front line.
I am so pleased that this one has won, because I think once you see it in the surroundings, with the landscape around it, and the way that the light changes, it will be an incredibly contemplative, peaceful place, but that changes.
I think it's right that we commemorate our journalists who are prepared to risk their lives to do what they do in order to report and reflect the reality of what war is.
From a selfish perspective, I will go and I'll remember my brother. I'll remember a lot of his colleagues. But it's also for people who don't know that they need to remember people who bring us the news, who put their lives in danger, and for those who didn't come back.
He'd be very proud, I think, and he'd be proud of everybody.
There's always memorials to the fallen soldiers, but there's never anything for the journalists that have been killed or targeted. And looking at that memorial, I think it's going to be a wonderful place to sit and reflect on life and lost lives and future lives.